because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at.
Never even cashed a check still. Have $100 million that I never even cashed before. I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything, and everything is okay.
I'm not you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So other than
See you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
In a dramatic change of events, Floyd Mayweather, supposedly on the run, after ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith revealed explosive financial records on live television. The documents allegedly show Mayweather's involvement in a vast $400 to million financial scam. According to reports, federal officials had issued a warrant for his arrest. Smith, who had previously questioned Mayweather's extravagant spending, claimed that this is merely the tip of the iceberg. Fans and experts alike are shocked as the unbeaten boxing champion's empire appears to be collapsing. Developing story. Further information will be added as it becomes known.
Floyd Mayweather has had for not paying someone money. Check this out.
Yeah. So we're gonna sue Floyd Mayweather.
What's good with this? What's good with the conversation about this? Last night you were doing one of these. Are we saying that or what?
He hasn't sued him yet.
Oh, got it.
We're still talking
Got
about
it.
There's still conversations that are happening.
Well, he got sued. You know he got sued.
He's been sued multiple times.
For the same fight. Yo, something's going on, and there's one side that's very clear to see is being You know why he got sued? I watched the video on it. It was a full breakdown. He is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why, in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take 30%, he is that. And so oftentimes for his fights, before the tickets can go on sale to the public, or like right as they go on sale, he'll buy a whole wing, a whole section, and then he'll sell them at a higher price, marked up, so he can make,
like all the floor seats. He takes all of them.
All of them, 3, 4, 5x, and it's part of his business.
Floyd Mayweather's legal and financial fights have frequently been the topic of public speculation. In one occasion, he disclosed that his lawyers had instructed him to be quiet about some concerns, telling him that they would manage things behind the scenes, despite their guidance. Mayweather made it clear that his desire for wealth and luxury had not diminished. He freely expressed his continued longing for the private jets, mansions, and all the opulence he had grown accustomed to. This statement showed that while his legal team worked on resolving his disputes, Floyd's priorities stayed focused on maintaining his extravagant lifestyle. His insistence on keeping his financial issues private, combined with his unwavering desire despite the difficulties he suffers. Mayweather appears to be unwavering in his pursuit of more wealth and luxury. This worldview displays his unwavering concentration on personal gain despite legal and financial restraints, emphasizing the intricacies of his work and the cost of his celebrity.
Still got my private jets. I still have all my beautiful homes, still have all my properties everywhere, and still making millions every month.
You didn't take this fight because you needed the money.
Actually, I didn't even want this. The fans demanded this fight. You know, at one particular time. Of course, with this fight, of course, I do want to make a ton of money.
Stephen A. Smith has long been open about his respect for Floyd Mayweather, often complimenting his boxing legacy. He underlines Floyd's amazing ability to go undefeated for the majority of his career, highlighting his discipline, unrivaled defense, and technical genius. Smith sees Mayweather as a superb strategist who fought not only to win, but also to avoid losing. His method was a combination of cunning and precision, making him a formidable force in the ring for Smith. Mayweather's supremacy in boxing goes beyond the numbers. His attitude to the sport and ability to manage every element of a bout are what truly distinguishes him. Smith's frequent praises underscore Floyd's accomplishments to the sport, emphasizing how his tactics and approach have created a level of greatness that is acknowledged by both fans and pundits. According to Stephen A. Smith, Mayweather's greatness is unquestionable, and he serves as an example for future rivals.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, "I'm gonna embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me."
Floyd Mayweather's earlier praise began to fade when he turned to exhibition fights following his retirement. Paul's comeback to the ring, especially his fight with Logan, attracted strong criticism. Stephen A. Smith was outspoken in his criticism, saying that the fight lacked competitive quality. Logan Paul, a YouTuber turned amateur boxer, did not pose a real danger to Mayweather, making the match look more about money and legacy. For Stephen, this just harmed Mayweather's previously perfect reputation. He saw it as a cash grab rather than a show of grandeur, especially for someone who had dominated the sport for years. The critics pointed out that the fight lacked the excitement and high risks that had marked Mayweather's previous career. Smith's comments underlined how the switch to exhibition contests appeared to put financial gain over preserving the boxer's legacy as one of the best of all time.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
I just believe.
Stephen A. Smith's criticism was not limited to the Logan Paul fight. He frequently expressed his reservations about Mayweather's broader attitude to showcase fights. While Smith understood the McGregor fight and recognized McGregor's combat experience, he felt the following demonstration fights lacked credibility. For Smith, the problem was not fighting for the excitement or legacy. It was Floyd choosing opponents much below his ability level for quick money. This, he thought, weakened Mayweather's credibility, which he had worked hard to establish over time. Smith stated that Mayweather's once pristine image as a dominant force in boxing was now in danger of being overshadowed by a string of less competitive fights. He stressed that Mayweather, who had previously fought for the challenge and the glory, now appeared to chase money. Smith believes that this shift in emphasis had influenced the public's image of Mayweather. Instead of being praised for his unrivaled skills and accomplishments, Floyd came to be viewed as someone who was capitalizing on his celebrity rather than continuing to push the frontiers of the sport. Smith's point of view was clear. Mayweather's fixation on money jeopardized the very reputation he had built.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement career took a bitter turn when he was asked why he chose to fight Logan Paul over a higher-profile boxer like Tyson Fury. His answer was that Logan had more followers. Mayweather mentioned social media influence as the motivation for his fight with Paul, rather than skill, rivalry, or legacy. Many people, including Stephen A. Smith, were concerned by Mayweather's remark, which he took as a sign that his interests had moved away from fighting to push himself or add to his legacy. Floyd seems more concerned with collecting a hefty paycheck and getting respect. The choice to face Paul, a YouTuber with little boxing experience, rather than a seasoned boxer, was viewed as a departure from the competitive nature that had defined Mayweather's career. Smith and other detractors said that Mayweather's decision to prioritize social media clout over athleticism and talent demonstrated that he was no longer concerned in protecting his fighting image. This move underlined how money and fame had surpassed the goal of boxing brilliance in Mayweather's career, leading fans and pundits to question his genuine motives.
Why fight Logan Paul?
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury?
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul 56 million, Tyson Fury 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
Floyd Mayweather once held the title as the world's highest paid star, not only in boxing but in all sports. This status was more than just a reflection of his prowess in the ring. It was the result of his strategic thinking and meticulous planning, as well as his ability to produce income through lucrative matches. Smart business moves and promotional initiatives earned him broad praise. Nevertheless, when fresh details and rumors about his finances emerge, the image of the perfect fighter and businessman begins to erode. Mayweather, long respected for his meticulous approach to his career, is now under more scrutiny. Questions are being raised about how he handles his riches, with stories showing that his financial condition may not be as safe as previously thought. The man who used to brag about his wealth and immaculate financial strategy is now under scrutiny, with some questioning whether his show of richness is based on firm basis or if it conceals deeper financial issues. As these truths appear, they put a pall over Mayweather's legacy, compelling fans and critics alike to ponder the true cost of his success. What was once thought brilliant is now being questioned. Floyd Mayweather is the highest paid sport, but not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years, was his personal shopper, was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass, and this is how you execute and get stiff stuff done every rep. Logan Paul has publicly announced that he plans to sue Floyd Mayweather over unpaid money from their June 2021 exhibition battle. In a 2022 interview with TMZ Sports, Paul says that Mayweather's crew withheld $1 million to $3 million in pay-per-view earnings from him. Paul reiterated his plan to take legal action, expressing unhappiness with the situation. Mayweather, on the other side, has refuted the allegations and stated that Paul was fully rewarded for the fight. The disagreement revolves around the distribution of event revenues, with Paul accusing Mayweather of mismanaging the cash and failing to uphold their financial agreement, despite Mayweather's claims that such issues are normal in the boxing industry and that payments might take time. Paul is adamant about getting legal remedies for what he considers a violation of contract. The current legal battle shows the intricacies and possible perils, financial arrangements in high-profile exhibition matches. Short. Just a few millimeters, okay. Wow. Still a few meals. Yeah. Oh, have you been in touch with him? We're bringing this to court. No. Are you being serious? Do I look serious? Lady, you do. I am just making sure. Sorry. Actually, I am not you. Yes, we are taking him to court. No way. Oh my gosh, see you in court. Congratulations, you're going to jail. Floyd Mayweather's relationship with the law has always been contentious, and his financial success hasn't kept him out of legal issues. Despite his enormous wealth, he has become embroiled in a number of legal problems over the years, including spending time in jail for numerous charges. Mayweather has freely highlighted his lack of freedom, emphasizing the personal costs associated with his fame and money. His legal problems are more than simply a few isolated occurrences. They appear to point to a repeating pattern, which is frequently linked to his financial decisions and lifestyle choices, ranging from legal disputes over unpaid debts to accusations emanating from his lavish lifestyle. Floyd's legal problems have frequently followed him, putting a pall over his triumphs in the ring. His capacity to generate riches has clearly been spectacular, but it has also resulted in a number of obstacles and consequences that cannot be ignored. These legal problems, combined with his infrequent encounters with the court system, highlight an aspect of Mayweather's life that many people do not see: the cost of fame and wealth, as well as the difficulties that come with it. Despite his success, Mayweather's legal past shows that his road has been far from smooth. I had 3 children with a young girl, and we weren't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system, and was a little edgy, and I told her that I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset, and she didn't want me to take the keys to the truck, so things got out of hand and blown out of proportion. Rapper 50 Cent has also offered his version of events, giving light on his interactions with Mayweather during a difficult time when Floyd was in prison. While Floyd was in jail, 50 Cent took over Mayweather Promotions and ran the business side. The rapper played an important part in keeping the company going, spending millions to assure its success. However, After Floyd was released, 50 Cent claims Mayweather neglected to honor his contributions, purportedly forgetting the financial support and failing to reimburse the money 50 had invested. This article shows the intricacies of Mayweather's connections, especially his money activities. Floyd's legal and financial problems appear to have harmed not only his public image, but also his personal relationships. The situation with 50 Cent shows how Floyd's decisions in and out of the ring have resulted in conflicts and betrayals that have harmed his legacy. Floyd Mayweather's answer to 50 Cent's charges was straightforward. He never asked him to step in and oversee Mayweather promotions while he was in jail. This statement reinforced the perception that Floyd frequently prioritizes personal interests before loyalty and commercial duties, by disparaging 50 Cent's achievements. Mayweather reinforced his image for ignoring those who helped him along the road. This answer highlights Floyd's tendency to prioritize self-preservation and financial gain over relationships and responsibilities, leaving a trail of troubled partnerships in his wake. Anyone who knows Floyd knows he doesn't want to be alone, so in that situation, I was worried about him because, I went to see him more than anyone else that he would call a friend would, and it's because I knew that he'll buy you stuff to keep you around. Temperamentally, there is no balance. He can do whatever he wants, and they continue to stay because it is like adding oil to the fire. Former UFC fighter and pundit Chael Sonnen revealed an uncomfortable truth regarding the Mayweather-McGregor battle. He said that the concert was not as financially successful as it appeared, saying that many of the arena seats were purposefully left empty and filled by people costumed to make the place appear sold out. Sonnen, who covered the bout live, publicly blasted Mayweather's public relations team for creating an illusion, pointing out vacant seats that viewers could not see on television. He remembers being informed it was a record-breaking event, but the reality was very different. Sonnen even offered his personal experience, stating that when his mother chose to attend, he witnessed the reality firsthand. Despite the fight being billed as a sold-out extravaganza, thousands of seats remained empty. This revelation prompted Sonnen to accept the existence of fake news in the realm of sports promotion, showing how image control and hype took precedence above actual attendance and success. Despite these facts, the fight's record-breaking pay-per-view numbers are still touted as the biggest in boxing history, with promoters continuing to claim victory even when the live audience didn't match with the narrative. This isn't like it's almost completely full. This isn't. There are thousands of vacant spots. That was the first time in my life that I simply thought, wow, fake news is real. And, remember, Mayweather wanted a rematch. They begged, they did more marketing to get a rematch than they did before the first match, and the guys who wrote the checks, so why didn't it sell? I mean, there's the big draws, they do a great job promoting it. Everybody was talking it. Yes, there is still a number. I mean, no matter how big the draw is, there's always a number. If this man made 100 million, you have to advertise, promote, and bring. It's a promise they'll murder everything. If they were only getting percentages, then certainly everybody you say the seats were empty. I can understand it. Not generating money, but having empty seats seems strange, and there is no such thing as a pay-per-view hit that did not have a live crowd hit. For example, if your live crowd, your first focus group, isn't sold out, you didn't use pay-per-view numbers, sure, but boxing will continue to claim that it is the best pay-per-view show in boxing history, and all you have to do is claim it. That's all for today's show. Stay tuned for the next